Phil, not many people bring me to tears, but you bring me to tears.
My name's Philip. I'm here at Oak Grove Racing, Gaming, and Hotel with Mr. Darren VanDover, our general manager. We're here to learn a little bit about our leader here at Oak Grove and eat some progressively spicy wings in the process. And thank you for coming out and speaking with us, Mr.
I am
Darren.
excited and scared all at once, so yeah.
So, Darren, you have 34 years in the gaming industry. You began your career not only in Vegas, but you grew up there.
Born in Vegas, well, not born there, but moved there in sixth grade, yeah.
Okay, so you were raised by the gaming industry. You've been with us at Oak Grove for a little over 3 years.
That's correct.
I also was told that you're working with Churchill Downs for an upcoming expansion we have in Calvert City. Is that correct?
That's correct. An hour away from here to the northwest of us toward Paducah, yeah.
We run numerous promotions, and we have since you arrived here at Oak Grove.
Yes.
Do you have any promotions you want to see in the future? Anything we haven't done before that might be a peek into 2025 or 2026 and here on?
Well, we've done some pretty exciting things. You got to play tic-tac-toe against a chicken.
We did.
It is really hard to beat that. We're working on some ideas, but I want to surprise a customer. But yeah,
you feeling a little kick with that first one? Still kind of keeping it mild for you.
I'm just curious if they're going to keep getting larger. Will there be like a turkey wing at some point in this thing?
So you're a music aficionado, and your knowledge is pretty expansive, goes to many, many genres.
Okay.
Let's get back to the basics with this one, though. Desert Island. You have one album to listen to the rest of your life. What do you pick, and why do you pick it?
Music for the Masses by Depeche Mode.
Okay.
Obviously, when it takes something you've been growing up with, so in college, that's kind of was my go-to.
So I was told you love to travel, and you've been
Yes.
all over the U.S.
Yes.
You've been to every state capital.
Yes.
What is the state that surprised you with how much you enjoyed it?
Well, I think people are missing a lot, like in Montana. I mean, it's so large, but there's a lot going on there. Other one that's underestimated, I think, is Wyoming. I mean, it has Yellowstone, which is nice, but just driving through that whole state is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
But, I grew up on the West Coast, so those weren't too surprising. I think, I just drove up Mississippi in the Natchez Trail,
Okay.
and that was surprising how much that was nice. So Mississippi was surprising. How come yours is always so much smaller than mine is? I don't know if there's a deal you made with somebody.
Oh, man. Starting to feel it a little bit. We're only 3 in.
This one's going to get us, isn't it? This one here, I can feel it already.
It's got a little bit of heat to it. I was told you consider yourself sort of a liquor connoisseur. With the massive amount you travel, i.e. all the state capitals, places all over the world, what's the first drink you look for to try at a new place you go to?
No, my wife and I always look for a brewery we haven't been to.
Okay.
In fact, when we were up in Maine, we went to a place called Maine Beer Company.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the best IPA I've ever had, which is it's called Lunch. Fabulous IPA. So that is, I mean, you can have like a cocktail anywhere, but when you go to these places and you have that, by the way, it's hot now in my mouth. Just to let you know, a little warm right there, right? But the breweries are unique. So big. That's how we test the town. Is how good the breweries are.
Okay.
You got a bigger wing than me this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my complaining probably helped that happen. You've gone to the veggies now. I can see that already.
Actually, does help a little bit.
I'm not giving in until I have to. This is a challenge now.
I was told you are a picky eater sometimes, that there are certain things you will not touch.
Yes.
I have a few things here
that
might seem like kind of basic stuff, delicacies in different parts of the world, or different parts of the country. And I'm curious if you would eat them or not. So let's start out with something that I know you're not a fan of. Mushrooms.
No, not in any way whatsoever.
Is it a taste thing, a texture thing?
A texture thing.
Okay.
A taste thing, the fungus thing. There's a lot of things going on with a mushroom that makes it wrong.
Brussels sprouts.
I will eat them. I mean, if you throw enough bacon on there, I can probably get it down.
If you cover the Brussels sprouts, cheese, bacon.
Yeah, but the Brussels sprout in itself is not anything to write home about, no.
Oysters.
Again, in New Orleans with drunk friends, I've eaten them, of course, but not sober, and I won't do it sober.
No. Do you do raw, fried? What do you do?
I don't know. I was drunk, Philip. I have no idea what I did. got some steam on it. This one does, yeah.
Yeah, it is definitely a step up from the last one. I have some pictures from your travels over the years. I just kind of want to get a hint of where you are, where you're going.
I mentioned earlier, Queenstown. This is the North Island. This is New Zealand. That is actually the Shire.
Yep.
Where the last few Lord of the Rings were filmed. And that is my wife and I in one of the Hobbit houses. One of my favorite cities, Seattle.
Okay.
That is the Troll under the bridge, under Fremont Street Bridge.
One final one here.
That is, have you seen the movie Dune?
Yeah.
That's where it was filmed. That's in Jordan.
Okay.
That's in the Wadi Rum Desert.
I got a lot of this.
I'm just checking on you.
No, I'm not. I'll make sure I eat it too.
Okay. You asked me the question before I dig into this next one, or
Oh no, let's
Okay.
dig in first.
All right.
Let's being the GM, hiring process is an important thing to you. What's something that you look for all your team members to have? What's something that they need to have in order to work here?
well, I mean, if you start with the basics, you got to be, you have to be able to take the heat like these wings are. The first thing. Well, you can teach anyone anything. It's the attitude, right? You got to have someone who's someone who has a very upbeat personality, someone that's consistent, someone who is willing to go the extra mile. Because in this industry, as you know, it's 24/7.
Yeah.
You got to be able to adapt to change here. So yeah, you look for attitude and a willingness to help and adapt for change. And then obviously from a leadership perspective, I'm looking for someone who wants to teach, who wants to fix problems. I mean, the good managers and the good supervisors out there want to fix problems. They want to help people. I mean, most of the joy of my career has come from the careers I've helped along the way. So that's what I'm looking for, someone that same personality type.
Now you've been avoiding the milk. You might need it for this next one. We'll do it together.
You have to do it.
With your love of Seattle, I'm sure, and I know that you love the Seahawks.
That's correct, sir.
So I did a little research on the Seahawks, and I want to kind of get your opinion on some stuff that's happened over the past couple of years with the Seahawks team and your thoughts on it advancing and what you think it means for their legacy overall.
Bring it on.
So Geno Smith,
Yes.
he's a replacement for Russell Wilson, long-term Super Bowl winning quarterback. Do you think he can live up to Russell Wilson's legacy?
I think he could win a Super Bowl. Now, again, Russell had people around him. Russell didn't do it by himself. He needs an offensive line. So without that, he's not going to go anywhere. But he's very accurate, still makes mistakes. But, I mean, there are like 5 or 6 quarterbacks everyone would love to have.
Yeah.
He's not one of them. But I'd take him over the majority of the ones in the NFL.
This is the controversial one. Everybody talks about this as far as Seahawks go. 2015 Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
The 1-yard line,
Mm-hmm.
Seahawks have the ball. Do you think they should have run it?
Absolutely. They had a timeout in their pocket that was second down. You have Marshawn Lynch in the background, right in the backfield. So, yeah, they should have run the ball.
No hesitation?
No hesitation. Because you don't want to give Brady any time either. So why, if you don't score, so you have a timeout, you have third down still. Hard to avoid the milk now, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. The lip burn is there. But you have finished. You have conquered the 8 wings we had in front of us. Thank you so much. Do you have anything you want to talk about? Maybe the upcoming here at Oak Grove?
We're working on the concert schedule for next season. We're going to get a variety like we did last year. We had Skillet. We had Nate Smith, Josh Turner. Again, we try to get a gamut of things. We had, I think, our senior director of marketing's favorite band, Flock of Seagulls, was here. That was a big hit. So, same thing, a little variety.
Okay, absolutely. Well, we certainly look forward to that. We look forward to hearing what Oak Grove has next on its plate. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
That last one is hot.